Hello everyone. 2 years ago, I installed soundproofing in my MR2 as I felt the interior was a bit too loud for daily driving. I covered my entire firewall and cubby area with a 1/4 inch layer of Dynaliner sound absorbing foam. This worked really well over stock, but as I drove it more, I thought I could do better. This time I want to use a multi-layered approach. Taking off the trim pieces, I can see that part of the foam that's right behind where the header sits is completely destroyed. But that's not its fault since I don't have any heat shielding on the other side. I did a bit of research on soundproofing and chose to layer on the following materials starting from the bare firewall for the best results on a budget. But before I begin, I'll take a decibel reading of the exposed Dynaliner at different RPMs to compare to the new layers. Now I can peel the old foam. Surprisingly, it was easy to remove, except in the small area where it overheated. Some residue was left behind, so I used a wire brush to clean up the surface, as I need the base layer to stick well to the metal. The first layer on my firewall will be butyl rubber, because it dampens a large amount of vibrations from the firewall, but when it's used, it needs to stick onto the bare metal to work. It won't be effective if it's installed over foam first, for example. These sheets are from Amazon, and $30 got me 10 square feet, which was just enough to cover most of the metal behind me. I aimed for 80% coverage anyway, as that seems to be a good balance between overall cost and performance. I would highly recommend a roller like this one, otherwise you may not be able to apply enough pressure for the butyl to stick. But now I do need to insulate the firewall from the engine bay side, as I don't want to burn the butyl to a crisp. So I purchased about 3 square feet of this 2-layered heat shield for $30. I only ended up using about half of it. One side is aluminum and the other is a woven fiberglass. This stuck really well to the metal and should prevent a lot of heat transfer to the interior. I didn't believe this layer was going to make any significant difference in interior loudness, so I skipped measuring decibels for this layer alone. Measuring decibels now, I noticed a difference in sound intensity, but also frequency, which is hard to pick up. Although I will note that this meter does tend to fluctuate occasionally, and I feel that the sampling time is too long for precise comparisons. Next step is to absorb sound coming through the firewall. A closed cell foam can be used here, and should cover as much of the surface area of the firewall as practical. So I purchased a roll of foam from AliExpress as I found it to be expensive elsewhere, and I got about 11 square feet of 1/4 inch foam for $14. It looks like you'd need about 13 square feet to cover 100% of the firewall though, so I finished it up with a random roll of foam I had. Not like I can do worse than no foam at all. Testing again, this is where I found the biggest improvement in noise reduction. The sound is now less harsh and noticeably quieter, especially at lower RPMs, making it more comfortable to drive. The trim does play a big role in noise reduction, by the way, so it should be even better once it's all put together. I could stop here, but while I'm at it, a last layer after the foam could be a mass-loaded vinyl. This is a heavy material that would block and reflect most sound that made it past the first few layers, so it needs to be applied with minimal joint seams. MLV is commonly used inside house walls to block sound from neighboring rooms or floors, so I have high hopes for this layer. I bought this 8 square foot roll that was about $40, as I didn't find any other option for a small quantity purchase. It was too tough to manipulate, and the carpet tape I used was barely able to keep it stuck. But I did find this rubber mat that seemed to have the same density and thickness for half the price, and although this is not soundproofing material, I didn't really have many other options here. So I used this mat to finish up what was left of the MLV layer. I think in theory it should perform the same. Yeah, I can't really explain this one. Maybe holding the meter to the steering wheel influenced the reading. But subjectively, I didn't notice too much of a difference with the MLV layer aside from maybe less low frequency humming in the cabin. It still has a chance to prove itself once it's sandwiched between the trim, so I'll leave it in here for now. As I was reinstalling the trim, I noticed that the insulation had an old smell to it and was crisped up in some places. So I removed all of it and replaced it with some felt that I had. This is meant for clothing, and so it may help slightly with heat transfer, so why not? While installing, I did need to remove some of the rubber mat from underneath so that I could fit the trim in place. The total thicknesses of all the layers beneath the trim came out to about 14 millimeters. And now to compare the end result with the previous setup. can tell, there's a noticeable reduction in harshness the second time around. It's a lot nicer to drive now, but with the low accuracy of my decibel meter, I can't really quantify the amount of improvement. But now that the interior noise is smoother overall, the drone from my exhaust is now noticeable. There seems to be some resonance at around 3000 RPM, but that might need an exhaust modification such as a resonance chamber to fix. Maybe that'll be part 3. If I were to do anything different, I would have likely swapped the MLV layer for something more automotive suited. Thanks for watching.